Yo, what's going on, everybody? Los here, come back at you with another video. And this time I went to the 3 Men in the Basement comic swap in Newington, Connecticut. I know by the time this video comes out, it's probably going to be 3 weeks time since that passed. Sometimes it takes me a little while to get some videos out there. But we're going to go ahead and I captured a little bit of footage. So we're going to do that. Then we're going to come back here and see what I got. So if you want to see what I got, you know what to do. Hop on that train, take a journey with me.
Yeah, man. Got here a little late, had to do some stuff, but yeah, I had to show up though. I had to show up. I'll be digging soon. Just gonna do my lap real quick and I'll be back.
All right, so we're back. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the quick little footage of the con floor, or the show floor. This is the second time I've been to this location. I think it's called Angry Hair, and they rent out the space for the day. And nice location, roomy. There's always a lot of vendors there, so it's pretty cool. And so as you can see, I did the nice loop around and ran into a couple people, but it's always a good show, even if you don't buy a lot of stuff. It's just nice to see everybody. There's usually a lot of content creators there, and just a lot of local vendors and stuff like that, so it's nice to kind of just shoot the shit with people and stuff, and it's just a good time. So I got there, and like I said, you see the footage. So obviously Otto, Roger, Chinmo, those guys, they're on a great show. They're the ones that set everything up, and it's always a good time. Those guys always know how to set it up. Obviously, they're great members of the community. they're comic book guys, so they know how to set it up. They always set everything up with, comic collectors in mind, right? Like how we collect, how they collect, and stuff like that. So it's always a good time. But at the same time, went through so Noah from Broke Boy Comics, Carlos from Re-Up Hunter, Josh from Josh's Comics, Joe 360 Comics was there. Rich is from Jim that works at Rich's Comics up in New Hampshire, and he's part of the comic crawl whenever we do that. He's always there, so he was there. Always gives a great deal. I finally met Rich from Philobox Comics, so he was there selling. So I got to talk to him and kind of meet with him. So that was pretty cool, meeting him for the first time. I saw Mike from Lunch Money Comics. I always bump into him from time to time, so that was cool to see him there. And I met Cliff from Cliff on Comics. I'm not sure if he knew who I was and stuff like that, but we got to talking and stuff. So he was a pretty cool dude. It was just a good time just to be able to see some people that I haven't seen in a while, and then meet some new people, which was pretty damn cool. So that's always fun to be able to run into these people and see them and just get to shoot the shit for a little while and just talk comics. Just thought that was pretty cool. I will link all of their channels down below, so everybody I was able to run into, I'll link all their channels below. Obviously, if you're watching my channel, you've probably seen all of their channels, but I will do it anyway just in case. But I did happen to get this stack of books right here. Like I said, nothing too crazy, but it's not about how many books you get. It's about just being there and just being able to talk to everybody, see the site, see what you can pick up, and just have a good time, right? So we are going to get into the books that I got. Sorry for that long-winded intro. And so I only bought from 2 vendors, and I didn't take a lot of video of me actually going through the boxes, just because, like I said, it takes a long time for me to do that, and I usually just like to go digging in there. So the first place I went is to Jim and Rich's Comics, and he had a bunch of dollar bin boxes, so I was like, yeah, I'm gonna go through these dollar bins. So the first one I got is this one right here, and this is Homesick Pilots #1. I'm not sure. I thought I heard something about this being, maybe options or something like that. Obviously, with all these indie titles, there's always some option news with them. But whenever you can get a first issue of an indie title, I usually pick it up because you just never know. Next, we have this one right here, and this is The Mighty Avengers #13. And at one point, this was kind of hot. It's like the first appearance of some character, I forgot, but I will post it there. And I just picked it up. Anytime I see this, I pick it up because you just never know. But it's still a key issue, or minor key, and I pick it up. Next, we have this guy right here, and this is Thor #7. This is a variant cover. I'm not sure who the artist is on this one. I'm not sure if it's Jurjevic. Hard if I butchered his name, or somebody like that. But yeah, maybe I can see it right there. What was that? Let's see. Can you guys tell who that is? Let me get it out of focus. Nah, you're not gonna be able to see it because the camera sucks. But maybe Oliver, I think. But again, I will look it up and post it somewhere there. I thought it was just a cool cover and nice variant cover for $1. Why not? And then next we have a book that did get hot for a little bit with the TV show. And it is this one right here. It is Thor 326. And this was hot for a little bit when the Moon Knight series came out. There was a character on it called the Scarlet Scarab. And it was a female version of it, like the daughter or something like that. This is the male or the dad, the father of that character, had the Scarlet Scarab. So I was like, for $1, why not? Right? I'll scoop it up. Next is the book that I just got because I had recently picked up another one of these, kind of like the title. And I thought it was pretty cool. So it is this one right here. It's Frank Frazzetta's Tales of Science Fantasy. It's number 1, cover B. I just got it because I love Frank Frazetta. I think he has some of the best like artwork, these painted style. Obviously with the Conan and all these other things that he's done. I thought it was just crazy. I have another one that I just picked up at some shop, and it was like a lady with a shark, and I'm like, oh, lady with shark, Frank Frazetta, yeah, I'm picking that up. And it was $1 too. So I was like, I didn't know. I mean, there was like a whole series of these. Anything Frank Frazetta for $1, yeah, I'm gonna pick that up. So thought it was pretty cool. And next is there is a New Mutants series. I forgot if it's like volume 3 or something like that, where the artist is Joshua Middleton. I love Joshua Middleton. I think he has the most range of an artist, right? Like he, different art styles he does. One time you see a Batgirl 23, and then another time you see one of these. But like he just can be all over the place, right? The different styles that he can create, which is awesome. And I have some of these issues, and I was like, well, it's only a 13 issue run, and I just happened to see like a bunch of them in this box. I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna snag all of these and just try to finish the run, and just completed like 80% of it. So the first one up we have is this one right here, New Mutants number 2. And some of these have some like minor keys in them and stuff like that. And I will put that there. I think number 2 has one, and then some of the other ones. And I have like 3 and 4 and 1 and something like that. So I have, this is almost completed. Then we have number 6. We have number 7. Number 9. Number 10. And if any of these have any kind of like significance or key issues, I'll link it there. I'll put it there. Number 11. That's a sick cover. Issue number 12. And then issue 13, which is the last issue. So I'm not sure if he did any of the covers in this. He might have did some, maybe the interiors, or maybe he just did the covers, or maybe he only did a couple of them, and I'm mistaken on him doing the whole thing. But either way, I thought this was a cool series. I think these characters are interesting. Don't get a lot of love, and if you're an X-Men fan, obviously New Mutants is a big part of the X-Men. And again, I'm not a big run guy, but when I can complete a smaller run like this, 13 issues, and for cheap, why not? And I think I got all these books, and I think I got them even for less than $1 a piece, because I got all these, and I can't even count how many I just got, but he gave them to me for $10. So it was even cheaper than $1 a piece. So I'm like, hell yeah. So Jim, thank you, appreciate it, and can't wait until the next crawl, because I know he will be part of it again, and we always get great deals there. And so the last 2 books I got from the show were from Carlos Re-Up Hunter. We probably all seen his Instagram, where he's always grabbing these just crazy variants and hard to find books for super cheap, which is awesome. And I was there, Jared, shooting the shit with him. I've seen him in a bunch of places. We kind of hunt at similar locations. And so I was looking through his boxes, and he had a book that I wanted for a while, and it was actually 2 books in a set. Saw the price in the back, and I was like, holy crap. I'm like, nice. And he's like, you know what, I'll give you 2 for $20, because it was $30. He gave it to you for $20. So the book in question is this one right here, Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur number 1. But that, if you notice the blue, because normally it's red, this is the second print. And the second prints are pretty hard to find in this book. And if you look online or something like that, you know, they go for pretty good money, and it's in excellent condition. But not only that, it was also issue number 2, second print. So it was a second print, you know, set. And I was like, for $20, I'm like, hell yeah. I'm like, I can't pass this up. So I basically have, I have the full, like, Moon Girl Devil Dinosaur, like, number 1. I have issue 1 regular cover. Now second print, I have the hip hop cover. So I have, like, almost all the variants of it. Thought it's a cool character. The show was funny. I think it's an interesting character. I like, you know, obviously the representation in it, and I think it's just a funny show and a cool character. Obviously, the mashup between Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur is hilarious. But yeah, you know, I was like, I gotta take it. $20. I'm like, yeah, man, come on, I can't beat that. So that was pretty much it. That was my haul from the show. Like I said, I didn't pick up a ton of books, but it was mostly the, you know, experience to go, being able to talk to, you know, everybody there at the show. I think it's just a great time, and you know, I can't wait to go back next year. Hopefully I can, you know, get some more books to possibly bring with me to maybe swap or something like that, or I don't know if I'd sell there, just because I'm not a big like live seller. You know, I sell online and stuff like that, but in person, I don't know how good I am at selling. But you know, it is what it is. But it's always a great time, and you know, appreciate those guys for throwing that. And like I said, everybody that I was able to talk to again, you know, meet again, or for the first time, thought it was awesome. And hopefully it's not the last time. But yeah, that was it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the books. Let me know what was your favorite of my pickups down below. And until next time, hasn't happened yet. It's going to. I don't know if this video comes out before it is, but let's go Knicks. All right, y'all. Peace.